Alrighty, we're recording. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, we're not supposed to say that on television. Oh, wait, we're not on television. Oh my gosh. Welcome to Farms Friday Food File. Yes, this is a podcast, and no, you can't see us, but we're your contrarian agrarian, Sue Belcom.
And Annie Carlson.
And we're going to share with you another one of our favorite recipes and kind of give you a little bit of insight into how best to make it for your family.
This week, Sue, we are talking my grandma's 1-2-3 dressing.
Sounds interesting. So tell me, what was your grandmother's name and what was the big deal about this dressing recipe?
My grandmother was a German from Russia. Her name was Lydia Gaub. You know, good old German name, G-A-U-B, Gaub. And she married my grandfather, William White. And so we kind of lost our German name with White. That's a little bit of an English there, but...
I wondered where you really came from. You kept saying you were German Russian,
yeah,
but I'm like, where?
Oh, yeah, we're Gobs and Kleingartners from way back.
Gobs and Kleingartners,
yes.
Not gobs of Kleingartners.
Well, there probably is that too. So one of the things that comes with German Russian cooking, as you well know, is using simple ingredients. And so my grandmother's family's dressing, my great aunt made this dressing as well. It's just 1-2-3. So you're going to have 1 cup of either heavy cream or yogurt. If you want a little thicker dressing, use yogurt. If you want a little thinner, use heavy cream. You're going to have 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of vinegar. 1-2-3.
What?
1 cup, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons.
That's it? You don't put anything else in there?
You don't have to. Now, I can't leave anything well enough alone.
Aha! I knew there was a catch.
So I will turn in some freshly grated black pepper. You can grate up a radish and have, finely grated radish in there, fresh herbs like dill or chives, even some green onions. So you can kind of make it your own. But that creamy dressing recipe is the basis for almost every dressing I make.
Okay, so let me get this straight. It was...
1. Start with 1.
Oh, I start with 1.
Yep.
Okay, God, I would have started with 3 cups of yogurt. Bad move.
Yep,
Okay,
yep,
so
yep.
1. Start with 1. That's pretty logical. 1
cup of yogurt or heavy cream.
Okay, and 2 tablespoons
of sugar.
2 tablespoons of sugar and 3
tablespoons of vinegar.
Tablespoons. Okay, so it's cup, tablespoon. I forgot already.
1-2-3.
1-2-3. 1. Oh yeah, I gotta remember not to count 3, 2, 1. I don't know why I'm doing that. So have you ever tried it with like avocado or anything? Made kind of a green goddess dressing?
You could mince up some green pepper in a food processor. Yeah, you can add a lot to it. That's just your basic dressing recipe, and you can add anything to it.
Okay, so come on now. Could I mess this one up?
Not really, unless you start counting from 3.
Oh, there you go.
Then you might
I'm
have a
good at
problem.
that. I can mess up the easiest dressing recipe ever. Oh, and look, here it is, written down in our podcast show notes on our website, farmsnews.com. Is that it for today?
Oh, my grandma would go out and harvest the black-seeded Simpson lettuce. You know, that old light green early spring lettuce. She'd go out and harvest that. Give it a rinse. May or may not wash off all the dirt and bugs.
Yeah.
And then toss it with this dressing. And this dressing is perfect for those really thin leaves, those really tender leaved lettuces. Sometimes when you use a store-bought dressing that's really thick, it just clumps on those thin those thin lettuce leaves. And you're like 5 times the dressing for a little bit of lettuce.
So this kind of coats it, like would coat these lettuce leaves?
Yep, just a nice thin coating. Doesn't hide the flavor of the lettuce.
Do you serve your lettuce like on ice like my mom used to do back? She'd pick that lettuce and then they'd put cream over it and put ice cubes in there to keep it cold while it was on the table. Did you ever see that done?
I don't think so.
That was kind of crazy, and I keep forgetting to ask her why they did that, except maybe they were worried about the cream warming up by the time everybody got to the table. I don't know. One of my favorite things in the world is lettuce and Nifla. Nifla with anything, all right then.
Nifla next time.
we could, except I think we got so many wonderful recipes to be used with what's in season right now. And what's coming up with the harvest?
Nefla season.
Well, okay, maybe you're right. You can always
We're 2
get
Germans
flour,
from
right?
Russia. Is there ever a season for Nefla?
I don't know. Alrighty then.
We'll
Grandma's 1-2-3 dressing.
And we'll be back next Friday with another installment of the Farms Friday Food File podcast. Until then, get cooking.
Bye now.